Mark, it's, of course, an absolute catalogue of horror that took place in Nottingham last night. You've been covering stories like this for the last couple of decades. If you know that this man was a West African migrant with a history of violence, why were the police holding back at that press conference so much?
Well, I mean, to be fair to the police, they are gathering the evidence that they need to gather on a suspect. And often, with any suspect in custody, the name is usually withheld by the police until the moment that suspect is charged. To be fair to the suspect, for a start, because it's possible, of course, maybe not in this case, but in many cases, that a suspect later gets released without any action. So the normal policy is they don't release names until they are charged. Whether, though, they could release background on an individual is another matter. And you could maybe argue that there is absolutely a legitimate public interest in them doing that. If not the police, then certainly the politicians. Suella Braverman has made a statement tonight. She has mentioned nothing about the status of this individual, and that I think she will be getting pressed on in the hours and days ahead to just tell people exactly what the Home Office, what the authorities knew about this individual, whether he was in the country legally or not, and whether the proper checks that should be done for anyone coming into this country, but which so often are not all they should be for all kinds of reasons, whether those proper checks were carried out.
Absolutely. Mark White, well done for being ahead of the rest of all the news organisations and actually telling us who the suspect is, at least what the origins of the suspect are. Funny, isn't it, how the Home Secretary and police can't even give us any indication of who the suspect is. What are they